So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Roma Theory. It's a countdown of three: Salernitana, Fiorentina, and Lo Spezia in our last game week of the season. Three more game weeks to go, and our third to last game week is tomorrow at the Olimpico against Salernitana, which are mathematically safe from relegation. It's a team between a team which has qualified for a European final and will be playing the Europa League final in about 10 days, in exactly 10 days, and against a team which is already mathematically safe from relegation. Two interesting teams, because we'll speak about, obviously, these two teams in this match reaction. I'll give you my predicted 11. I will also give you my betting tip on this one. And, we'll speak about... I'm also going to speak about top four. Because, you see, it might be done. It might be over. But I'm not sure about that. I think the majority, a big part of this live stream, of this game, in fact, is Champions League. Is Champions League still open or not? And that's something which we will talk about. But as you can see from the screen, ladies and gentlemen, this live stream is sponsored by Ghost TV. Now, what is Ghost TV? You're probably asking. Ghost TV is a football streaming platform that is focused on providing football fans of every age, especially in the North American region, with a single destination on the internet for fans of the beautiful game to meet, discover new content, and embrace the game like they never have done before. All types of football content are on the Ghost TV platform. Everything from podcasts to vlogs to match reactions to FIFA content to trading cards. If you're a footy fan, there is something 100% for you on that platform. It is currently free for all users to sign up for their Ghost TV account when they use creator code ROMA at checkout. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code next to me. Create your free account and use code ROMA at checkout. So it's 100% free. It supports this community, and if you're a football fan, everything on that platform, you're gonna enjoy it. It's currently available for iOS, and it's coming to Android very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code next to me to create your free account by using code ROMA at checkout. And thanks to Ghost TV for sponsoring this live stream as always, supporting this community, and get it done. Right, so let's get the lineup out. Oh wait, I had the lineup underneath. Oh wow, there we go. Where do we start? I want to start with the importance of this game, because I'll be very honest with you, this game isn't massively important, and the fact that Mourinho's lineup and the lineup which he's going to choose is not going to be the strongest of lineups, obviously, because we have got a Europa League final in 10 days, and anybody who gets injured right now will probably not be available for that game. So we have to preserve a lot of players. We have to keep a lot of players healthy for that game. But we also kind of need to give some players which have been out for these past months some minutes in their legs to get back fit. Now, the importance of this game isn't massively, as I just said, it's not a massively important game for both teams, because I feel like, and I think we can all agree on this, the team and the manager don't care about Serie A anymore. And on the other side, you've got Salernitana, which is mathematically safe from relegation. It's not going to be a spectacular game. It's not going to be a game which we will remember until the day we die. But it's a game which has to be played. And it's a game which is coming 3 days after having written history yet again. I expect a massive atmosphere tomorrow. Yet another sold-out stadium. And as Mourinho said post-match after Leverkusen, he wants the fans to create a pathway from when the team bus leaves the training ground to the stadium. Mourinho wants it to be a magical night. And I know the Europa League final is still there. We still have to play that final. But we, regardless of the result of the final, we have written history again, and these players deserve a massive atmosphere tomorrow. It's kind of going to be a party tomorrow. Obviously not a direct party, because we've got the biggest game yet to be played, but you see the point. A lot of fans are going to be happy. The players will want to obviously do their best. As always, honour that badge and honour the ticket which around 65,000 people paid for tomorrow's game. But it would be a lie for us to say that the team and the manager care about the league, because we've seen it against Bologna with the lineup that Mourinho chose. We all want to go all in Europa League, and we're in that stage where it's wrong for us to not go all in Europa League. But again, it's an important game. I'm not trying to discredit this game because it's always a league game. And there is always a little chance that we might, even though it's very, very, very unlikely, that we could get Champions League football via the league. How does getting Champions League football via the league actually happen? If we want to if we want to have a last hope of achieving Champions League football via the league, a few things have to happen. The first thing which has to happen is we have to get 9 points from our last 3 games, which is very hard because we are playing against Salernitana tomorrow, against Fiorentina away next weekend, and against Lo Spezia after the final, which their safety for relegation could literally be dependent on that game. None of our 3 remaining games are going to be easy games, and if we want to try and get Champions League football via the league, we have to get 9 points from the next 3 games, aka win them all. Another thing which has to happen is that Milan can't win all 3 points. And they are playing against Juventus next weekend, so they could sneak something there. Juventus are going to get penalised and all of that. I think the first thing to do before even looking at all the possible outcomes for us to get Champions League football via the league is to understand that it's a competition between us, Juventus after their penalisation, Atalanta and Milan, and we have to win the next 3 games. If we don't win the next 3 games, then we're not getting Champions League football via the league. It's already very unlikely. But if we do want to believe in it, we got to win tomorrow. Because if we don't win tomorrow, then it's done. It's effectively done. And then obviously we have a big risk, because we could get Champions League football as we can't get Champions League football if we lose that final. But again, I've said it many times, I think the fact that we've reached that final is already enough. And I think regardless of the result of that game, we will be proud of this team, and especially after how we started our Europa League campaign, and also because if we lose that final, we have accepted that we won't be playing Champions League football next season. So yeah, that's kind of the preparation for this game. Before moving on to the predicted 11, I want to share a few words on Salernitana, because Salernitana have been a decent side this season. They are a team which started off pretty badly, but since Paulo Sousa came, Salernitana have only lost 2 games, if I am not wrong. They've lost the first game of Paulo Sousa when he was in charge against Lazio, and then they've lost another game, which was last week against Empoli. Other than that, they have, I'm not saying won every single game, but sneaked points, or at least drawn every big game. They drew against Napoli, and we will remember that game because they stopped that initial league title celebration. They drew against, they won against Lazio at the start of the season at the Olimpico. They drew against Inter at home. They stopped other teams too. I mean, look, they drew against Juventus at the start of the season. They are a team which know how to sneak points against big teams. However, their objective is done. They've got nothing to play for anymore. They're safe from relegation, and they can't get European football. They did what they had to do, which was safety, and they can't get relegated. I don't expect Salernitana to play massively tomorrow with much interest, but they have got some interesting players. The one which stands out is obviously Boulaye Dia. Incredible statistics since he came. I believe he came in January. Correct me if I'm wrong here. He came in January, and he already has a double-figure goal double figure when it comes to goals scored. Great player. One player which I would absolutely buy as a backup striker, but he's shown that he can easily be a first striker. Boulaye Diaz is a great player, so we got to be careful about him. Their defense isn't amazing. But again, they've got one of the most passionate fan bases in the league, and a lot of Salernitana fans are going to attend the game of the Olimpico tomorrow. So it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a good one. I think the atmosphere tomorrow on both sides, our side and their side, is going to be a big atmosphere. Yeah, I cannot wait. I can't wait to get back tomorrow. Stadium vlog will come. But yeah, other than that, let's move on to Predicted 11. Predicted 11... I think it's going to be fairly similar to our last game, Bologna away. Other than the fact that I think Rui Patricio is going to start this one, and I think Villar is going to sit this one out. I mean, he's sat everything out, but Rui Patricio is back playing in this area after a pretty good performance against Leverkusen away. In defense, I think the one who will be resting will be Cristante. Why do I say this? I say this because he's been playing every single game of the season. Cristante is the player which Mourinho has played the most this season. And it's one of those games where I don't care if Cristante starts or not. Give him a rest, a much deserved rest. So I think Cristante deserves a rest in this one. Mancini will start as a central centre back. Ibanez next to him, and I'm gonna insist with Karamitsis. I've been putting him in my predicted 11 for quite a few weeks now, but he's never started. I think tomorrow can be Karamitsis' time, and I think Mourinho will start Karamitsis tomorrow. Smalling is back. He's back from his injury, but do we really want to risk Smalling in such a game, which could end up being one of the most useless games of the season? I don't want to, and I don't think Mourinho wants to either. Smalling will get some minutes in the second half, without a doubt, because he needs to get that fitness back in preparation for the big game, for the final, which is in 10 days. But he definitely won't start from the first minute. And this will be my defence. Moving on to the four midfielders, I've gone with Missori on the right back, who played a really good game against Bologna. Do it again, young player, give him time. He will become a great player in the future. On the other side, I'm giving it to Zalewski, who, again, he's not been playing much at this stage of the season. Mourinho much preferred Cilic over Zalewski many times in these last few games. But he's fresh. I know he played 45 minutes against... this is kind of... It's going to happen because both Cilic, Spina and Karsdorp are injured. So it's kind of our only... it's kind of our only plan when it comes to wing backs. Yeah, it's our only solution. So Missori and Zalewski will start. In the middle, I've gone with Gini and Kamara. Bove can easily start, but I think rest him. Matic is going to rest this game 100%. We don't need Matic in this one. We will need Matic in the final. And I know he's very, very fit. I know he doesn't get injured. But yeah, rest him because he deserves it. Put Kamara in. It could be easily his last home game. His last game at the Olimpico. So, yeah, put Kamara in. Put Gini next to him, who's played 45 minutes against Leverkusen. Needs to still get that fitness back because he can bring a lot of experience in Budapest. So, yeah, put Gini next to him. He could also back a goal. I think this is a Gini goal game. I ain't gonna lie. Up front, Pele... I want Pellegrini to rest, and I want Dybala to start this game. But I don't think it will happen because... I think Dybala still hasn't got that. He needs to get that starting feeling back. He's sat many games out in this last period. Dybala will get subbed in this game without a doubt because he needs minutes. But I just don't think he'll start. Pellegrini starts, and I agree with everyone. I think Pellegrini needs to rest. Yeah, so I'm gonna put Pellegrini and Solbakken, who is gonna play this game. And then Belotti up front. I don't think Tammy will start. I think it's Belotti's time. Yeah. And both of them played against Leverkusen. Tahirovic could start this game, I agree. Tahirovic could easily start in place of Kamara or Gini, depending on how Mourinho wakes up. But, yeah, I think, look, start these players in this game. To be fair, this is kind of my perspective. I think there is no point in us trying to get Champions League football via the league because it's too hard. And we have wasted too many points throughout the season. We are in a position in the Europa League where everything could go to plan. At the same time, everything could go wrong, but I will accept it. If we lose the final, I will accept the fact that we won't be playing Champions League football next year. I would rather kind of not put pressure on my players to get Champions League football via the league and maybe favour more injuries. No. Rest a lot of players in these games. Give chances to young players. And at the end of the day, I'm not saying that these young players can't win it. They could easily win these games. But I just feel like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. I think the players and Mourinho have also understood this, and everybody here has understood this. But saying that, the chance is always there. The chance doesn't fade away. But obviously, to get Champions League football via the league, we would have to win all 3 games, and I don't see us winning all 3 games. I can see us winning tomorrow, and in fact, I think we will win tomorrow because we're coming from a final, the stadium and all of that. It's going to be a sense of a party, even though our big objective still has to be played. I think we will win tomorrow because Salernitana don't have much to play for. But we will never win in Florence next weekend. It's one of those games which has got a draw written all over it. Roma and Fiorentina both playing European finals. Fiorentina playing that game 3 days after their Coppa Italia final. Both teams are going to go, why am I here playing this game? And both teams are going to sign for a draw. And if we draw that game, our Champions League hopes via the league kind of fade away. There is no part of me which believes we'll win in Florence next weekend. No part of me. And it's not me being negative. It's just me being, I'm not saying happy, but understandable. The players don't care about the league anymore. And you can see this. The manager doesn't care about the league anymore. And you can see this with the lineup he chose against Bologna, and which he will probably choose tomorrow. Serie A is done. Our last hope is Europa League. And it's a big hope. It's a big dream. Serie A is not going to happen. It's not happening. The chance is there, but yeah, I don't think we'll win all 3 games. And also the last game is one of those games which you could easily lose at home. Lo Spezia's safety could all come down to that game. And on the other hand, we will be coming from Budapest 3 days after that final. Imagine we win that final. Well, yeah, if we win that final, all of these doubts will be faded away because we will be playing Champions League football next season. But even if we lose that final, I don't expect the big ones to start against Lo Spezia. I don't. And yeah, I just don't think we'll win all 3 games. I may be wrong here, but that's just my take. Betting tip on this one, I'm going to go Roma to win. I'm going to go Roma to win because I think the atmosphere is going to be lit. The players will want it. Will want to, give a sense of momentum, preparation for that final in 10 days. I just think we'll win tomorrow. I'm pretty confident that we will win tomorrow. And yeah, step by step. Salernitana tomorrow, Fiorentina next weekend, and then the biggest game, probably one of the biggest games in the history of the club, in 10 days. And we will think about that in the coming days. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Please smash the like button. Everybody in the stream, take 2 seconds to smash that like button while I read some comments, and then I'm going to end the stream. Please, let's try and get 50 likes in the stream. Would be absolutely amazing. Question of the day: if everyone is fit, if everyone is healthy and fit for the Seville game, who plays between Smalling, Cristante, Matic, Gini, Bove, Pellegrini and Dybala? I think Smalling starts. I think Cristante starts. I think Matic starts. Gini, I don't know. Bove won't start the final, too inexperienced. Even though he's a beast, he won't start that game, and I can tell you that as a matter of fact. Pellegrini will start that game, and Dybala will start that game. So I think the 2 players which could come out of that list are Gini and Bove, or Bove and Cristante. But I think Cristante has proven himself so fundamental, even more than Gini, that I think Mourinho will pick him. And it's going to be a closed game, and Matic and Cristante kind of give you that security. Gini's more of an offensive midfielder. Spina injured, yes, but it's nothing major. These 2 games into the final is a training for a final strategy. It's sad that it's ending the way it ended last season, when the Serie A doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, I agree. AS Roma will win 2-1. Europa do or die. Yeah. I agree. Party after positive final results. Yes, definitely. I wouldn't mind seeing Villar either. But again, let's not forget that in 10 days, Rui Patricio needs to play a big game, so we will need that fitness and that mental fitness ready. So if Rui Patricio, for instance, has incredible saves tomorrow, he will be way more confident for that final, and that's the reason why I think he starts over his Villar. Every place on the league table is money. Jose always likes to win. He will do everything to win the. Well, look, I agree on that, but I also kind of disagree. Because we could have easily won the Bologna game, but we decided to play all of our weak, basically our C team, and I have nothing against it. If the manager picks a C team for a game, a manager doesn't want to win every single game. That's the way I see it. Mourinho would love to win all these 3 games, but to win all of these 3 games, you need the starting players, and that's not what he picked. He picked the reserves, the C team. So the second you pick Misori in defense, Zvilar in goal, Tarjovic in the midfield, Jose also is also giving us a feeling that he wants to go all in Europa League. Yeah, I agree. I agree with AC9's last statement. The draw against Milan, it was a bummer because after that game we haven't won one single game in this area. So I fully agree with that statement. It was that Salamaker's bitch goal which killed us for our top 4. Right, I'm going to catch you. I'm staying vlog tomorrow, so I'm going to catch you there. If you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, create your free Goals TV account using code creator Roma at checkout. It's free. Click the link in the description below, and I'll catch you tomorrow with a steady vlog. Simon out. Click all of the things below. Catch you soon. And Lazio merda tonight. Forza Udinese. Catch you soon.